definitely love this, surely. Have you started seeing this now? Virgin are starting plugging Virgin Galactic. I think it's something like 200,000 quid, and you'll get a chance to go in a space shuttle into space.
Carl, thoughts?
Going to space?
Wouldn't it be a fascinating experience to go into space and look back at the Earth?
I mean, at what point are you all meant to be happy? Do you know what I mean? You're floating about up there, and because you don't get out, do you?
What, you mean to do some duty-free shopping?
I'm just talking, you don't go floating about, do you? You stay in your seat.
Well, they probably let you move around on the shuttle.
Yeah, no, but I'm talking about getting out. For me, when you go on
you want
holiday...
to get out into space?
Yes, but that's what I'm saying. When you go on holiday, the flight bit isn't the best bit of the holiday, is it? That's the bit you've got to do. So what I'm saying is you've got to stay on this and then you go back home. So you don't take luggage, right? I don't see the point.
Right, so you're there, you're sat in your own clothes for the whole time, same clothes the whole time.
But I don't understand what is the point.
I think it's the view. I think it's two things. I think it's the view and being able to be part of an exclusive club. I went into space. It's all that thing about man conquering nature, and you're one of that elite few that have managed to pop up, see the world from a distance that no one else can see it from, and then pop down.
All that way just for the view.
Yeah.
Is it worth it? I mean, there's a lot of other places I haven't seen anyway. Right, before I think about that, I think if you've done everywhere, I haven't been to Scotland yet, right?
Right, yeah.
I'm not being funny, but do you know what I mean? So just have a look in your back garden before you go looking in someone else's.
In space?
Yeah.
Yeah. What would make it a trip worthwhile for you? I mean, if you did go into space, if we gave it to you free of charge, we said, Carl, go up into
I know
space.
the answer. I know the answer to this, Steve. He's thinking, I'd like to meet some aliens that can talk like I do, and I can understand them, and they can tell me something. Like what? Oh, they met God, he was all right. That's the sort of thing, that's what he's going to say. He'd like them to look like monkeys in spacesuits.
Yeah.
That would be his ideal thing. He'd like to go to the planet of the
He'd like to go to
apes.
the planet of the apes.
He would love
They
to
could
go
arrange
to the...
that.
Look, he's nodding. He's nodding. Thoughts, Carl?
Well, yeah, that'd be brilliant.
What would be brilliant?
Seeing a little alien and that, having a chat with him, find out what's been going on.
What's been going on?
No. But don't you think that, like, I mean, if you bought me that as a present, right, either of you, I wouldn't be that happy. For me, that's a little bit like...
Well, that's annoying, because we've got you a trip
We
to
just
space
pulled
and a
together.
goat.
Yeah.
Do you know how, like, I am interested in sort of going on another planet, right? Not,
Carl, you are on another planet, mate.
No, but do you know what I mean? It would be quite sort of interesting.
How do you think you'd get there?
Well, yeah, you'd go on a rocket and stuff, but what I'm saying is, at least you know when you get there, you're getting out, you're having a bit of a wander. But I wouldn't be happy in just the journey bit of it, that's all I'm saying.
That's great, isn't it?
But the thing is, right, because I was looking into it a bit, because I was reading about the Virgin Atlantic thing, right? And I was reading something that in 1971, right, 3 of them went up there. There was one bloke in the rocket, right? The other 2 wandered off, had a walkabout, seeing what rocks they can find. And that bloke who was in the rocket, right, he was the loneliest man ever in the world.
I don't know what to do. What that was. I don't know what to do. I don't know if that's some sort of profound poetry, or I don't. Do you know what I think he's trying to say? He's trying to say he was, by definition, a human furthest away from all other human contact.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, okay. No, you said loneliest. Loneliest evokes an emotion.
Yeah.
But
it's like he started crying and writing poetry and listening to Morrissey records.
But what I was thinking is, do you think when he got up in the morning, he still bothered to put his clothes on?
That's the first thing that came into your mind.
No,
when
just
you
because
pictured him
I
in
always,
there.
at the end of the day, even if, like, my girlfriend Suzanne's out at work and that, I'm not happy walking about with everything out, because you never know what's going to happen. I just mean, you never know if someone's going to turn up.
no, I don't like what I don't like. No, I always pop some pants on or a towel, even if I'm
not
alone.
always. Because I've knocked on your door when you've been stood there with...
No, he's taking his trousers off.
No, I did it especially, knowing that you were there. I've done it especially to annoy you.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so...
But do you know what I mean? Do you think he was walking about the rocket with his tackle out? Or did he
floating
go,
about,
well, no one's watching here.
Do you
know what
reckon
I mean?
it floats up or down?
Well, if you are the man who was up in a space rocket and was for a short period the loneliest man in the world, we'd love to hear from you. We'd love to hear what you did with your time, how lonely you felt, and also did you float around with your cock and balls out, Carl? If you could have a superpower like Superman, what would your superpower be?
Can I suggest consciousness?
Yeah.
Can I have the power of thought?
Remember, you've already got opposable thumbs. So cross that one off the list.
Oh, go on, Carl.
There are so many to choose from. Telepathy, X-ray vision.
Flight, invisibility,
Choose it wisely.
strength, intelligence.
But why have I been picked?
Oh, for God's sake!
No, but I'm just saying.
It's Rob's question
No,
for
no,
you.
But I'd just say, does anyone else want this? Or, do you know what I mean?
Oh,
No,
what do you
because-
wish you
no,
could do that's
no,
impossible is
because-
the question.
no, because-
What? What do you mean?
Because with that comes a responsibility. Is what
With
I'm saying.
enormous power does come great responsibility.
So, would you like spidey senses? Is that what you're saying?
Come on, Carl. You know what these superheroes because they can.
I know, but it
they can
always
freeze
they're
things.
never happy, are they? Do you know what I mean? Spider-Man that wanted to tell that girl that he could climb walls and that. He's like, I can't. Superman never told Lewis and that.
Who's Lewis? Who's Lewis?
Lewis.
Who's Lewis?
It's just a pen pal, of Superman's.
Lewis, his little secret chum. Yeah. All right, Superman. Hello, Lewis. What are you doing? Superman. Who are you? I can't tell you, Lewis. Brilliant.
You know, Hulk. He wasn't happy.
Oh, he wasn't happy. It's true. He's got a theme. He has got a theme. There's not many happy superheroes, are
But
there?
leaving aside the superheroes you're already aware of,
Yeah.
what superpower do you want? You don't have to fight crime with it, Carl. Let me remind you of some of the other things. Invisibility.
All the time, though, or can I sort of turn that on and off?
Let's say you could turn it on and off. Would that interest you?
Yeah. I'll have that.
Right. Okay, and what would you do with this power of invisibility?
Just sort of wander about and that, just not get seen.
It's a brilliant power. It's a brilliant. And it's put to such brilliant use. It's brilliant. Well done.
And why would you want to walk around and not be seen in that? What would you gain from that?
Don't know. You could sort of go in shops when they shut, so you don't have to go.
How would you get
crowds.
in?
Just get in just before they lock up.
Oh yeah. How would you get out?
Wait till the morning.
Brilliant.
So hang on. So that's your use of invisibility. They found the power of invisibility. You want to sneak into. Bear in mind. No, hang on. You want to sneak into HMV, right? Wait for 12 hours and then buy something.
I love it.
Just so that you don't have to be in there with other people.
Do you know what? I don't want it. I don't want a power
Why not?
because I just don't think it'll do me any good. I think it's more of a hindrance.
I love this. It's like, just think of his presents. We've given you a trip into space, and the chance to be invisible.
Not happy with any of them.
Yeah, what he wants is a voucher for HMV.
Yeah. He just wants some tokens for a record shop. Just going through a few more of these emails. This one's from Kent from Nova Scotia, Canada. He says, Carl, he's wondering if you've got any personal mantras that you could pass along. For instance, he reminds us of Ben Franklin's famous mantra, waste not, want not.
Who said that?
Ben Franklin.
What was he? What did he do? What was his job?
Benjamin Franklin was a well-respected American politician from the 1800s. He was a sort of thinker, a philosopher, a
experiments.
scientist, deeply respected. Also
on
a big
money.
political figure. He features on
He's
the
on a
dollar bill or
yeah.
$10 bill or something.
Yeah.
So he's one of the great sort of American Enlightenment thinkers. And he came up with the mantra, waste not, want not.
You must know waste not, want not. I mean, that's just...
Do you understand the phrase waste not, want not?
No, not really. No. What does it mean? I've never used it.
It's like, don't throw stuff away because you might need it, and therefore you won't be wanting anything because you didn't throw it away.
So he was a bit of a
Well,
hoarder.
if you don't waste food, for instance, then
He
you
was
won't...
a bit of a hoarder.
For God's sake.
No, but I'm just saying, he's a man in power. Is that the best thing he ever said?
No, I'm sure he came up with many, many profound
So why
things.
is that one
He did
remembered?
experiments in electricity and conducting electricity, all sorts.
But that impresses me more. Inventing electricity than someone.
He didn't invent electricity.
Wait a minute! Don't impress you more than what?
just saying waste not, want not. I don't think it's that good. It's not even catchy.
How would you word it?
I'd just say, whoa, don't be chucking that out. You might need that later.
Don't be chucking that out. You might need that later. Karl Pilkington.
Jonathan Ross gave you a cat as a replacement for your cat which died.
Yeah.
Now, to me, that's an inappropriate gift.
Why? It's a lovely gift.
You should be. I don't think people should be giving pets as gifts.
Do you know what I've got in there for
Imagine
his
turning
birthday?
up to a wedding with I just bought you a cat.
Do you know what I've got him for his birthday? I've got him as child.
Well, you may as well,
I've got
because
him
that's
as-
what it's like. A
got
cat
him
to
as-
me.
I've got a small Rwandan
A
child.
cat to me is like I bought you this small child. I was going to sponsor him, but I got a bit of cash. I've flown him over. It's too intimate. It's like it's too much responsibility.
Do you know what I think, Karl?
Go on.
I think Steve's a bit jealous.
I'll tell you, I got good reason to be jealous.
What?
I got good reason to be jealous. I just remembered this. Your birthday.
Yeah.
Jonathan Ross was there. Karl Pilkington was there.
Yeah.
I don't remember being invited. I don't remember being invited. Was I there, Karl? You were there. I don't remember being
Yeah,
there.
but you're with him all day and that.
Right,
So-
okay, well, yeah, but he sees you a lot. I mean, Jonathan, he's round his house every other day playing tennis, and who else knows what, swimming together and sat in his jacuzzi, cracking wise. What happened there? What happened there?
Oh, we've got to the bottom of it. Play a
The
record.
villa that we went to afterwards
Yeah.
could only
It
sleep
may as well
six.
have been. How is the cat, alright?
Yeah,
What's your name? Jonathan?
Ollie. Hey ya! Outcast, XFM, 104.9, Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington. It's that time, isn't it? Rockbusters.
Three.
Come on, Karl, what you got for us?
All right, well, do you want to say what the prizes
Actually,
are?
the
or
prizes
we
are
just better
this
away
week.
on that?
Really?
We've got.
I'll be the judge of that.
Actually, what am I talking about? No, there's a 2-disc set, Rock and Roll Legends, on the cover there. We've got Buddy Holly, Elvis, Roy Orbison, and Little Richard. So
No
that's-
one wants that, baby.
Nobody's interested. Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, a DVD. I'm a Nick Cave fan and I wouldn't watch it.
No, you'd watch it once
Yeah,
at most
at best.
when there was nothing else.
Knowing me, knowing you.
No,
that's-
I mean, Nick Cave's good, but when do you watch rock
Exactly.
DVDs?
I
Yeah.
know. Knowing me, knowing you. Great series, obviously, but once again, on
VHS.
VHS. Who wants it on VHS?
Yeah.
Where are all the bonus features?
Absolute pointless
The
so
only thing
far.
that's half decent is this enormous hardback League of Gentlemen book, which is the scripts and all sorts of other stuff. If you're a League of Gentlemen fan, you'll love it. If you're not, I guess it's a good Christmas
If
gift.
you're not a League of Gentlemen, there's nothing in this for you.
No, exactly.
So,
So, you know, you can either
okay,
enter for the hell of it.
a pile of rubbish. What's the well, not as bad as the competition, I suppose. So,
No.
go
Right,
on.
well, you know how it works. Cryptic clue.
It's not really cryptic. It's
Well.
usually wrong.
Kind of is.
Yeah.
Right, so the first one, there's 3 of them, you get them right, you win the stuff. First one,
I'll get him close. I mean, 'cause you could win this if you got one right, possibly.
if you go to Chepstow, you will.
Was that a clue or is that a point? Is that something?
That's a clue.
Right.
All
Say
right?
it again.
If you go to Chepstow, you will.
And what are the initials?
Just S.
Just
Right. Second one, E.T. is upset. What's up with him? Alright. E.T. is upset. What's he upset for? What's wrong with him? Right.
Different. So not cryptic. So go on.
M.E. The initials there.
N-E?
M.
M-E.
M for mother. M.E. Alright. And the third one, I had a tape with,
Jesus. Imagine Bob Holness doing this against in the Gold Run
I know.
against the clock. Right. I had a tape. No, I had a tape with some.
listen, I had a tape with like Humpty Dumpty on it, and Hickory Dickory Dock and that on it, but I broke it. Alright?
Constantly listening it to trying to figure them out.
Trying to solve the crime.
Exactly.
Who pushed Humpty?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
initials there, B.R. Right? So, first one, if you go to Chepstow, you will. The initial S. E.T.'s upset. What's up with him? Right, what's up with E.T.?
Don't know.
What's up with E.T.? E.T.'s upset. What's up with E.T.?
Yeah. The initials there, M-E, is that
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Hey, yeah. Let's go through that one more time.
Yeah.
If you go to Chepstow,
They're
you
like
might.
jazz questions.
Yeah, exactly.
Just free form.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. E.T.'s a bit upset. What's that? What? Hey, dude. What's the matter, man?
And I had a tape with like Humpty Dumpty on it, Hickory Dickory Dock, stuff
Yeah.
like that. Doesn't work anymore. What's gone on there? Right?
What's gone on there?
B.R.
First time we said, well, you broke it.
Well, I broke it then.
Is that
doesn't
important or not?
Yeah. I broke it.
And it's B.
BR.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, well, you can text if you have a mobile phone. So everyone, there's no excuse to not take part. 83XFM is the text. 83XFM. Or the phone number. No, we're not doing the phone. Obviously, we don't.
I think I know what the B might stand for.
And otherwise, it's ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk. We'd love to hear from you.
Oh, it just sucks the lifeblood out of
It
me,
does, doesn't it?
just listening to Rockbusters.
Something to bring you down even further, although it's a beautiful, beautiful tune.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Ryan Adams has got a number of different albums out at the moment. One is called Rock and Roll. It's not great. Don't really bother with that one. Do dig out, though, Love Is Hell Part 1 from Ryan Adams. It's available at different places, and you'll find this on it. Track 5, Wonderwall. His version of Oasis is wonderful.
Absolutely beautiful, isn't it?
It's a treat. It's XFM 104.9.
Yeah.
Rockbusters.
Yeah, they'd be loving this, right? 3 clues were, first one, if you go to Chepstow you will, right? The initial was S, that was sea horses. Alright, that was the answer there.
I'll give you that.
That's fair enough.
I'll give you that.
E.T.'s upset. What's wrong with E.T.? What's wrong with him?
Yeah, right.
The initials M.E.
Yeah.
What's up with him? He was Missy Elliott. Alright, Elliott.
Doesn't count at all.
What?
Doesn't count at all.
Missy Elliott. You know what I mean? What's wrong with E.T.?
What is that with him?
No, well, just let him explain it. Sorry, Carl, do it again. Well, I wasn't listening. Do it again.
Elliott, yeah.
Yeah.
Who's in E.T.?
Yeah, I'll just do the clue again.
Right. E.T.'s upset. So he's looking a bit sad and that. What's
What,
up with
E.T.
him?
the extraterrestrial?
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
Right. And his mate,
Yeah.
who's in it's called Elliott.
Yeah.
Right. He's upset. What's up with him? Well, he's Missy Elliott.
Missy Elliott, what's she got to do with it, though? I don't understand.
No. The way you'd say it, you say, "What's up, E.T.?" And it go, "Oh, Missy Elliott."
Why would you
Missing.
mention her? I don't understand. Was it a thing in the film?
Missing.
She wasn't even around.
Oh, missing?
Oh, Missing Elliott. Oh, no, hold on.
That makes sense, Carl, but
No,
her
no,
name-
no,
she's not
no,
called
no,
Missing
no,
Elliott.
But it's meant to be about
Cryptic,
rock
that's
stars,
what I
though,
always
isn't it?
say.
Missing Elliott, isn't it? So it's meant to be about rock stars, isn't it, though?
It's just cryptic, though, isn't it? Cryptic clues. And
Oh, no, that's not cryptic. That's shit. You.
Right, the third one. I had a tape, and it had Humpty Dumpty on it, and
I love when he says Humpty Dumpty.
Yeah.
Humpty Dumpty.
Hickory Dickory Dock and that.
Yeah.
But the tapes broke.
Yeah.
That was BR. Buster Rhymes.
Say that again, I dozed off.
Sorry, I don't understand. What do you mean?
Who's the winner, Steve?
No, it doesn't. No, do you mean busted?
Buster. Well, it's kind of like that. Cryptic.
No, it's not. No, cryptic doesn't mean change it, so it's not the same.
Steve, who's the winner? We got loads of right answers, so.
It's interesting, this email
weird,
system,
isn't
it flashes up suspected spam. If it, you know, spam is that stuff
Yeah,
that
yeah.
gets sent around the internet.
Yeah.
And it flashes that up if it thinks it's, gonna be a spam email. And every time it comes in with a Rockbusters answer, it just says suspected spam. In a sense. In a
Fortune Faded Red Hot Chili Peppers on XFM 104.9.
You, of course, don't ever take the tube anywhere, Rick.
No.
You haven't done that for years.
No.
Take cars everywhere, or you walk.
Mm.
Or you get a lift from Jonathan. But me, I'm still forced to take the tube, which is also very embarrassing at the moment because
You're not
those
forced to
posters.
take the tube, are you?
I am.
What do you mean you're
What am I,
forced
made of money?
Well, you could
How
walk.
else am I going to get about?
You could walk.
What?
You can drive. Why don't you buy a car?
Oh yeah, driving into the centre of town? Congestion charge, are you paying that? Are you a fiver? Okay.
What do you think of that, Carl? Hey?
Oh yeah, because he's Mr. Flush. He's Mr. Lavish with his cash.
No,
Can't go
I've
for-
moved in closer. No, I'm not moaning about it. I walk everywhere now.
Well, good.
Yeah.
I'm
Something
pleased
about
for
it.
you.
Yeah.
I'm
I
pleased for
moaned
you.
about it, but then I sorted it out.
But you're
Yeah.
always whinging anyway. Let's not get on to you, Carl. It's always you,
same.
you.
Yeah.
So,
What's up with Steve today, do you think, Carl?
I don't know what's going on.
He's having a go, isn't he?
it's not helping those posters being on the tube of us. That's not helping. I don't know if you've seen those posters. You obviously don't go. Have
I
you seen them, Carl?
saw the, yeah. I haven't
it's
seen it
like-
on the tube, but,
Everywhere I go, I'm stood next to one. I can't avoid it.
Yeah.
I'm on the tube waiting. I look around. It's us again. And it's so embarrassing
Well,
because it looks like you're stood next to it deliberately.
but I can't browse in HMV now. I went
Yeah.
last week, and you keep coming up to pictures or cardboard cutouts of
Yeah.
Brent, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I was in a bookshop, and I was looking at, there's a big almanac of comedy, right? And I was just looking through it, just browsing, right, killing time, and there was a picture of me, and just as I started looking at this right up at the office, a tap on the shoulder, it was one of the worst there, said, "Do you mind signing some script books?" So she saw me looking at myself.
Yeah.
And I wanted to go, I just turned to that page then.
Yeah, I was in a bookshop looking, there was a big book on sitcoms, it was like the A to Z of sitcoms or something like that, and I genuinely was looking up other shows, because it was about other comedy shows, and I was looking something up, guy that I knew came up to me, like that, and I just started like, I'm just looking, Robin's Nest, where's that? Birds of a Feather, I just gotta, because it's like, I'm interested in comedy before the fact I got in comedy, so I will buy a book on comedy.
Exactly, yeah.
But on the tube it's really awkward, because it's like, it's everywhere I walk, they're kind of round the corner, so you don't sort of expect them. And then I'm sort of running now from kind of corridor to corridor, pillar to pillar, to avoid being stood next to this picture, in case I look like someone who stands next to his picture, trying to get recognised.
Imagine that! Of course, Carl didn't want his little round bald head on that.
Yeah. But I was on the tube today, and you know, sometimes you can't help but overhear a conversation.
Yeah.
And this one woman, there were two friends, they were sat there, and one woman said, she just said, I must tell you this, I was in the pub last night, and Dave called, and I said, Dave, he said, I can't hear you. I said, Dave, he said, I can't hear you. So I held the phone up so he could hear all the noise in the pub.
That was it?
That was the anecdote. That was the story. And I wanted to lean over to her friend and say, unless this woman has given you a kidney or saved you from drowning, do not be friends with her. Break up this friendship.
She hasn't got anecdotes.
Because what's that? And I've got acquaintances like that, where you speak to me, get cornered at a party, this is the person who has not got anecdotes. The anecdotes, they're not stories. That's it. It's like you're expecting for something else to happen. Never does.
Well, I was with Danny Baker yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
He's brilliant bloke. First time I'd met him, and we got on like a house on fire.
Put his number straight in your mobile.
Well, we've exchanged numbers, because he's got some great anecdotes.
You had to delete mine, because you only got so many.
I might write with him, because he's funny. He did this thing, and it was absolutely brilliant. He's doing he wrote a documentary, and he's a great guy. He's funny as well, you know what I mean?
It's this, I tell you what, it's the showbiz friendship. That's what I loathe, I think. It's the fact that, like, somehow, you're sort of, because it's like you haven't got to go through the formalities of making friends with someone, because I respect your work, you respect mine, I'm a funny guy, you've seen my work, let's be friends, of course. And it's like, and it's a horrible, kind of icky sort of...
Listen, Steve, me and you are going to stay in touch whatever. So, I mean, probably not my birthday this year, but next year, we'd have known each other, 7, 8 years? Yeah. So, come to that one.
Yeah.
Well, can
Do I need to wear the waiter's outfit again?
Oh, God! Oh, dear.
It's not so much that I appreciate the fact that there is a gift. I think it's the fact that the gifts are arbitrary and can be bought in the shop that's opposite the place he works.
Tell Carl what you got your mum for this.
Well,
listen to this, Carl, you'll love this.
Right, it's the thought that counts, right? So I suppose if you say that the thought that counts is the fact that he went and got anything at all, that counts. Okay, fair enough. But he phoned me up, he said, what shall I get your mother, right? It's our 20th wedding anniversary, right? What shall I get her? I said, well, I'll tell you this is a great idea I'd heard from somewhere else. Why not get her, pay for her to have a makeover, and all this sort of treatment, and the beauty treatment and that. She'll love that, and then take her out, give her a meal and stuff. He went, okay. So he hangs up. I speak to him on the day of my mum's birthday. I say, what'd you get? He said, I got something. I said, do you go for the makeover idea? He went, not exactly. I went, what did you do? He went, I bought her a trowel. A trowel. I went, a trowel? He went, yeah, for the garden. I went, it's a trowel. You've been married 20 years, and you got her a trowel. He went, it's stainless steel. I said to him, it's a trowel, Dad. And he went, do you think I should have got it engraved? It is mental. And I went down to see them, right? And I went in the lounge, and literally, imagine it, like, she wasn't this, but imagine, I got in there, he'd bought this trowel, right? And he'd also bought her an industrial-sized tin of coffee. Those big size ones you have in like hotels.
Did he say she loves coffee, Steve?
She loves coffee, Steve, he said.
I love the fact that that's meant to be like the whole family use it, like she keeps that by her bed. Yeah. Like she's in Stalag 13 or something. This is my coffee.
But imagine walking into the lounge, right? She's there, she's got the presents that my sister's bought and that. A trowel, just holding a trowel and a tin of coffee. And me walking in wondering, I wonder if there's anything sort of that she regrets in her life. Mental.
Oh, that's lovely. She loves coffee, Steve.
She loves coffee, Steve.
Oh.
She loves the garden.
Carl, what's the worst present you've ever had?
You see, we don't really celebrate birthdays in our house, so...
What?
Where are you from?
What planet are you? What do you mean you don't celebrate birthdays?
Are you here from another world observing? Like, trying to blend in, but not quite managing to pull it off.
Not that fussed about it.
Right.
You know what I mean, it's
Yeah.
My mum and dad's are on the same day, and I think that just was like,
That's a bit weird, isn't it?
and their anniversary, and
Well, they got married on their mutual birthday.
But Carl, can I just... I mean,
and Christmas.
But Carl, there's a difference between you saying...
What do you
we
mean
don't-
their anniversary's on the same day? Of course it's on the same day.
yeah, and the birthdays.
But Carl, what I mean is that you say that you don't really celebrate your birthday, but presumably you have received some presents at some point in your life from your parents or anyone.
Yeah.
Okay, well we'll come back to you later.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Let's play a record.
Carl, have a think about that and we'll come back to you later. Thanks very much.
Ash and Sometimes they've won me over.
They have indeed, yeah.
They've just got they got to be the band they always wanted to be. I
I'd
think.
have written them off in the early days, but no. they've
Me
really grown
too,
into themselves.
Steve. Just goes to show. Go on.
Carl, any thoughts on what gift you've perhaps once received that you can joke about now, but was tragic at the time? No?
No.
Not really
like
put
I
the
say,
thought in then?
Didn't have that many presents, so
Always
the
thankful
ones
for
I
what
did
you
get, I
got.
was grateful for.
Yeah.
Rick, would you love to hear from the listeners if maybe they've received some amusing gifts?
No.
No, I wouldn't.
So what are you doing tonight? You going out for a little meal with your parents?
Yeah, I thought you were coming.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
to know.
Yeah.
Any
no.
suggestions as to where we could go? I mean, maybe people would like to phone in because I've got no idea. It's got to be largely meat based. A fella
Yeah.
will only really eat meat.
Do you know the steakhouse near me? It's closed down.
Brilliant. That's
Is it-
one. There's lots more to go. Let's not stop there,
It just
people.
looked
Come
at-
on.
I used to look across and think, is that a bingo hall
I know. It's
or
so bright.
somewhere to eat?
Yeah.
Yeah, neon. There's at the back. Right at the back had cocktails, and you know, just
Who
imagine.
goes in there for a cocktail?
You know, imagine you going in there with a DJ sitting there.
ladies.
Hi. Be fantastic. Go on. Carl's got something to say. I can
No,
tell. What?
is there a chance that your dad's like on the way into London now and has heard you saying, "Oh,
Yeah.
he got me this and he got me that," and he could be like nipping to a shop now to buy you a rake and thought,
Yeah. Yeah. Just think of that. Oh, that'd be terrible, wouldn't it? Or the making of the Bends.
Yeah, he'll probably turn up and say, I was going to get you a gift, Steve, but then I got high. And we'll all laugh.
Yeah.
Cultural reference.
Yeah. Right. This link has run out of steam again.
Yes, but don't worry, because I can salvage it.
Go on.
Because it's time for Under the Covers. Cover me up. Oh, you got me
Between the
covered.
covers.
Between the covers. I like covers. Cover songs.
Yeah.
And it's when
This
we
was
play-
done by someone else.
and it was this week I'd like to play I mean we're all fans of Destiny's Child, Rick, and we're all fans of the song Say My Name.
Yeah.
But have any of us heard the Scottish band Spare Snare doing their version of it? I suspect not. Let's hear it now.
Oh.
Spare Snare doing their version of Say My Name by Destiny's Child. Rick, what do you make of it?
Do you remember Raw Sex that
I
used to be
don't think I
in
do.
French and Saunders? Was Roller River on as well? Yeah.
Is that basically what it's like?
It's a bit like that.
Do you
yeah.
think maybe the cover version section's running out of steam? If that's what we're playing.
I think we should only ever do sort of 6 weeks a year on radio,
Right.
and then you know,
Yeah, and people will kind of remember that. It'll be beautifully preserved in their memories.
Yeah, you know, like
Like,
Benny Hill used to do one show a year.
Right.
You know what I mean? Imagine how awful it'd been if he'd like do it every week for 2 hours. I don't
Yeah.
think he'd have been so successful, to be honest, Steve. I think he'd run out of ideas.
Rick, I know that you are tired of coming in every Saturday and doing the show. I know I am, and I
Yeah.
suspect many of the listeners are. But maybe we should leave it to the listeners. You know, if they want us off the air, maybe they should just email, fax, phone in.
That'd be. I think everything should be like that, though. Vote
Yeah.
whether you want to, you know, like a binary sort, like you know, up against someone knocks like winner stays on in pool.
Yeah.
I hate that winner stays on in pool in pubs. It's just
I hate
horrible,
it.
fascist, isn't it? You want
Yeah.
to play with your mates. You don't
Exactly.
have to beat a bloke with one tooth who just
Yeah.
plays pool all day.
Yeah.
Costs him nothing, and he has 93 games. Of course, you're not going to beat him. He's a professional by the end of the evening.
Okay.
XFM 104.9.
Oh, Merry Christmas.
For Hero by Les Fleur. Great bloke, Les.
Yeah.
Worked with him in Blackpool. Weird. Had very high voice. Can't grow a beard.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm joshing.
course
Probably
you are.
pronounced Les Fleur, innit?
Le Fleur.
Yeah. We know all that.
Très
Oh, we
bien,
know
très
that. We
bien.
know that. We know
You
that.
noticed all those huge posters advertising Christian O'Connell's breakfast show? They're all over the place now. They're mainly on the tube. Like you wouldn't know, Gervais.
No.
What with your driver and everything. Imagine if they'd spent the kind of money they must have spent on those advertising our show.
I know.
And those people were tuning in, and today's show is what they heard.
I was actually thinking, right, because we do care in a way.
Yeah.
We couldn't get over it today, you know. Just a word to the kids. This is what alcohol can do to you.
It's a sobering lesson.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. But I thought, what if this was our first ever attempt at radio? Think how gutted we'd be. We'd go, we're not
What
right.
worries me is it's like, I don't know, it's like in my sort of hangover state, it's like I've kind of woken from a dream, and I've sort of thought to myself, all the stuff we're saying today is what we normally say week in, week out, and we think is brilliant. And it's today we've done it, and it's rubbish, and it's like we've seen the truth.
Oh, yeah, it might be. See, so an alcohol can
It's just not as interesting or entertaining as we thought.
See, yours could be BSE as well, though, because I know
There's
you're
a lot
worried
of that
about that.
kicking in, I think.
Yeah, because you just ate beef, didn't you, for the first 15 years?
Largely just beef, yeah.
Beef and milk.
Mainly uncooked. It was just, you know, they just wheel a cow
Often
in.
from the cow.
Yeah, just suckle it from the cow.
Now we get complaints about that.
We will indeed. I always wondered if Bruno Brooks ever got complaints, actually. When he once played Rage Against the Machine, Killing in the Name of,
Yeah.
and he must have dozed off or something, because he didn't realise all the swearing, you know, F you, I won't do what you told me, and he just left it playing.
He probably wasn't
And
listening.
it was the UK top 40, and it was just, you know...
He probably, yeah, of course, he probably did get complaints.
Where is he now?
Good point, doing internet radio, which is, of course, where we'll be next week.
Yeah, if we buck our ideas up.
Quick question.
Go on.
I just realised who Carl looks like. Moby.
He does.
Not the first person to say
Yeah,
that.
suddenly just dawned on me then.
Yeah.
So if people are
Moby's one of those
listening-
people that I think's fantastic. Every time I see him, everything he says I agree with. He's lovely, and I just can't get into his music. It's bad. It's like I feel that it's like a mate you can't say, oh, I give it up, because I think he's fantastic, and I want to go, why don't you do something else?
For more
I bored
interesting
myself.
views,
I bored myself then.
if you've got
This
a
is-
pop star that you'd like Ricky Gervais to pass comment on, why not get in touch?
Yeah, that's
Rick, what are your views
Go
on
on.
Rick Witter from Shed 7?
Rick Witter, I like their effort.
Okay.
I think he's quite got a nice hair.
What about Chakademus and Pliers?
What was their hit?
Tease me, tease me, tease me. Anyway, more of that next time, I'm sure.
Oh, that's it.
Are we straight to the song for the ladies now? or
Yeah,
have we
song
got
for
some-
ladies. Yeah, let's
Should we just get it over with?
knock it this on the head.
Song for the ladies this week, one of the best tracks on Hour of the Bewilderbeast by Badly Drawn Boy. It's, of course, Magic in the Air for all the ladies.
Bye. Sorry about that. We're gonna really be good
Gonna
next
sing
week.
happy birthday, or?
Happy birthday to you. But no, we're gonna start work on next week's show.
Really, from then on, it'll be year zero.
Yeah.